Macbeth, Act 3, Scene 4, 5, and 6. Act 3, Scene 4.
You know your own rank. Sit down. I will heartily welcome you when you come and go.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
I will talk to everyone and be a good host. My wife will be seated in her state seat and later will be introduced.
Speak for me and let our guests know that they are welcome.
As they respond to me with their hearts, the table's full on both sides, and I'm sitting in the middle. Let's have a toast. There's blood on your face. Then it must be Banquo's ghost.
Go.
We're better off without him than with him. Did you finish him off?
I cut his throat.
You are the best throat cutter, but whoever did the same to Fleance must also be good. If you cut both throats, you will be the best.
But Fleance has escaped.
Now I'm scared again. I would have been perfect, like a solid piece of marble, as firm as a rock, as free as air, but now I'm all in doubts and fears. But has Banquo being taken care of?
Yes, my lord. He's lying dead in a ditch with 20 deep gashes, any of them being enough to kill him.
Thanks for that. The snake is dead, but the worm has fled. But in time, he will grow to become just as powerful. Catch him tomorrow.
You did not give a toast. If a host does not welcome his guests often, the meal becomes like a public meal paid for. That is fine for simple dining. What makes dinner parties special are the ceremonies.
It is nice of you to remind me. Now, good digestion requires a good appetite and a good health.
Please, Your Highness, sit down.
We would have all the noblest men in the country under one roof if only Banquo was here as well.
By not being here means he has broken his promise. Will you have a seat and grace us with your company?
The table is full.
Here is a place reserved for you, sir.
Where?
Here, my good lord. What is wrong, Highness?
Which one of you did this?
Done what, lord?
I can't say I did. Don't shake your head at me.
Gentlemen, let's go. Our Highness is not feeling well. Please, my friends, have a seat. My lord is often like this, and has been since a child. Please keep your seat. His fit will be over soon. He will be well again. If you say anything, you will upset him. Eat and disregard what he has said. This is a representation of your fear. This is the dagger you said that led you to Duncan. They don't even look like real fear. This is just another hallucination you always get. It's how you'd act like if you heard a scary story told by a woman. Shame on you. Why are you making faces? When all this is over, you will be looking at just a stool.
Look over there. What do you have to say now? If you can nod, speak to, no point in burying people if they are going to return from their graves.
Has the foolishness taken over you?
I saw him standing right here.
Nonsense.
In the old times, before there were rules to make the world peaceful, a lot of blood was shed. Since then, a lot of murders have been committed that are to be bad to talk about. It used to be when a man knocked a brain out, they would die, and that would be the end. But now they return. The haunting is stranger than murder.
Lord, your friends miss you.
I forgot about them. Don't be alarmed, my friends. I have a disorder, who only shocks the people who don't know me. Come, let's have a toast. Love and good health to you all. Now have a seat. Fill my cup up with wine. I drink to happiness of everyone at the table, and to our dear friend Banquo, whom we miss. I wish he was here. Let's drink to everyone here. And to Banquo now. Everybody drink.
Here, here.
Go, and leave stay in your grave. Your blood is cold. You're staring at me, but can't see.
Good friends, think of this as nothing more than a strange habit. It's nothing else. Too bad it's spoiling our pleasure tonight.
I am as brave as another man. Come at me in the form of a Russian bear, an alarmed rhino, or a tiger. Take any other shape and I will never tremble, or come back to life and fight me. If I tremble, you can call me a girl. Leave. You're a bad ghost. Go. I am a man again. Pray you sit still. Look. Now that it's gone, I'm a man again. Please stay still.
You have ruined a good night and wrecked the gathering by making a fool of yourself.
Can things like this happen? So without making us astonished, make me feel like I don't know myself when I see.
What things, Lord? Please don't talk to him. He's getting worse and worse. Talk makes him crazy. Everyone, please leave. Don't worry about rank. Just leave. Good night. I hope the king feels better. A good night to you all.
There's an old saying, the dead will have their revenge, graves will be known to move, and trees will speak to bring guilty men to justice. How late is that?
It is almost morning.
What do you think about the fact that Macduff refuses to come? To me, do when I command him.
Did you send him, sir?
I've heard about this indirectly, but I will send for him in every one of the lords' houses.
I have a servant to spy tomorrow, while it's still early. I will go to see the witches. They will tell me, because I want to know what's going to happen to my own safety, is my only concern. I am so bad, I can't be good. I have plans in my head I have to do them before I think about them.
You haven't slept.
Yes, let's sleep. My strange delusions just come from inexperience. We're still just beginners when it comes from crime.
Act 3, Scene 5. What's wrong, Hecate? You look angry.
Don't I have any reason to be angry, you disobedient hags? How did you dare talk to Macbeth about his past and future? I'm the only one in power and in charge of what is to be said and done. Why wasn't I informed to come along and show off my powers? What's worse, the fact that you did all this for a non-deserving, angry, hateful man? Like all spoiled sons, he chases after what he wants and doesn't care about you. But you can make it up to me. Meet me in the pit by the river in hell. There Macbeth will learn his destiny. You bring your cauldrons, spells, and charms. I'm about to fly away. I'll spend tonight working to make something horrible happen. I have a lot to do before noon. An important droplet is hanging from the center of the moon. I'll catch it before it falls to the ground. When I work it over with my magical spells, the drop will produce magical spirits that will trick Macbeth with illusions. He will be fooled into thinking he is great. He will mock death. He will think of himself above wisdom, grace, and fear. As you will know, all overconfidence is a man's greatest enemy.
Come on, let's hurry up. She'll be back soon. Act 3, Scene 6.
Things I have said seem to match. What do you think? Which can go on to be drawn as your own conclusions. Strange things have been occurring. Macbeth felt bad for Duncan after Duncan died. One night, Banquo walked late at night. Fleance must have been killed himself because Fleance ran away. The thought is so horrific to think Malcolm and Donovan killed their own amazing father. So sad. Macbeth, too, is very upset. He should have killed the two servants. That was the right thing to do. Yes, it was, because we would have been so angry if they did deny their dead. Though Macbeth handled things well, Duncan's sons and Fleance should find out what their punishment was. Anyway, I hear Macduff lives in shame. He wasn't present at the feast either. Can you tell me where he is?
Duncan's son, whose birthright is to be king, lives in English court. He receives respect from King Edward there. Macduff went to ask for help from King Edward to form an alliance with Northumberland and their lord. Macduff hopes with their and God's help he can bring peace to our knights, put food on the table, free our mules from bloody knives. We need these things now. Macbeth heard this and he is furious, planning war.
Did he tell Macduff to come back?
Yes, but Macduff said no way. The messenger turned his back, frowning, and said you'll regret this time. You burdened me with such an answer.
Macduff should be cautious and stay away from here. Some great, peaceful person should give Macduff a message that he should return to our country as soon as possible, a country that is terrible position at the moment.
I'll send my prayers with him.
The end.